There's a term for poor stories written on low quality paper. And that term is pulp fiction.
Say what again? Say what again?
That's what I'm imagining I will find.
Hey there, Greaser, Sandwich Sean here. I'm proud to announce that after many years of never really picking up a book, that I finished reading my first novel cover to cover. If you haven't seen how I started out that challenge, click the link up there. Obviously, there's a world of books out there that are just waiting to be read, and obviously I should be reading more as an author. Obviously, you can get books many places these days. You can get them online, whether you're buying an ebook, you're buying it in paperback, you can go to the bookstore, you can go to the library. There's one place I thought I'd check out, though, to see if there were any proper books there. The dollar store.
So anyone else live in an area where you have a 99-cent store across from a Dollar Tree? Well, I think they're trying to compete with each other, but I end up using the term dollar store interchangeably for either one. I think the Dollar Tree over here has books. There we go. How much are these? Are these actually $1? No. That's from Target. Oh no, what is this? Let's see, the Bible, classic. Not my type of fiction though. This is relevant to my interest. Well, it's a respectable temperature today of 91 degrees. The wind isn't being so great for my hair. It was just $1. Sometimes they try to trip you up with random prices. And sometimes there's products in the dollar store that are more than $1. False advertising, I don't know. But hey, good deal. In Paris with You. Once we get home, I'll show you why I bought this specific book. Okay. In Paris with You by Clémentine Beauvais. If I had to guess, that's probably a pen name. So you gotta ask yourself, why was this in the dollar store? So I've heard that it's a bigger store's overstock that gets sent to the dollar store and stuff. Maybe it's just stuff in the store that didn't sell. It does have a Target sticker on it. And it was already 20% off at Target, so, you know, who knows. Now, before I open this and show you guys what I discovered inside, I was kind of thinking of, looking at reviews. So do I want to do my research on this book before I find out it's terrible or find out if it's good? And I think I do. In Paris with You by C.L. Beauvais, Clémentine Beauvais. Goodreads is always a good thing. So basic stuff, 3.57 on Goodreads, 4 out of 5 on Barnes & Noble, 81% like this book. Not a bad rating. C.L. Beauvais, let's learn about them real quick. Nothing really groundbreaking about her. A runaway bestseller in France, Clémentine Beauvais's In Paris with You is a love story. Eugene and Tatiana had fallen in love that summer 10 years ago, but certain events stopped them from getting to truly know each other, and they separated, never knowing what could have been. Written in gorgeous verse is a line I pick up on, and you might not know what that means until you open it. Ratings: DNF did not finish at 15%. This was a mess. Thank you. Next. Fiction poetry. Is that what that is? It says it's a novel on the cover. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. Says May, rating it at 2 stars. Karina rates it at 3.5 stars. This book is different from any other book I've read. The format on how this novel is written is just gorgeous. I've never seen a book written like this. It felt to me like an entire new reading experience. So, time to open it up. Alright, so this is a hardcover actually, not a paperback, not a pulp novel. It was originally $18.99, $24.99 in Canada. When I was a kid, I used to think that they were discriminatory. People were discriminatory against Canadian people. I didn't know that the Canadian dollar was different than the American dollar. Let's flip to the first couple pages. From a first glance, I'd say this book is an editing nightmare. So Goodreads said it was written in verse, which I guess is what this means. It's written like a song or something. And it's kind of like, it's just a big, how would you call it? An editing nightmare, a formatting nightmare. So many things have these huge indentations multiple times, and I don't know, like, what's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure. Why does it start halfway through the page? This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This page right here has like 7 indentations. I don't know why. So obviously, formatting and content are 2 different things. I guess I just gotta delve into this book. Maybe do first however many pages. Because of the formatting, there's a whole lot of content on not many pages. So I guess I could delve into this like 20 or so pages and see what it feels like. I'm not into romance novels, so we'll see how this goes. A verse novel is a type of narrative poetry in which a novel-like narrative is told through the medium of poetry rather than prose. So that's one part of the mystery, and I suppose I feel a little bit bad for criticizing it, although I imagine that other people who aren't familiar with it might find it a bit hard to understand. Now here's the second part of the mystery. Clémentine Beauvais is actually French. However, she did study at the University of Cambridge, and she now works at the University of York, which means she's bilingual, English-French, kind of like yours truly. So I guess I stumbled across a book that kind of meets up with my personal interest. So here's the thing with this book. It was not originally written in English. It's worth looking through the first couple pages where it says it's actually translated from French. Why she didn't do it herself, I don't know. Maybe she's busy. I couldn't translate my books into French or any other language. So I did some digging and I actually found the French version of it. Now this is actually just the preview on Amazon. I'm not going to buy this Kindle version. So the French title is Songe à la douceur, meaning dream of something gentle, something gentler. When you actually read it in French, it actually flows a lot better. Parce que leur histoire ne s'était pas achevée au bon endroit au bon moment, parce qu'ils avaient contrari le sentiment, il a été écrit, me semble-t-il, que Eugène et Tatiana se retrouvent 10 ans plus tard sous terre, dans le métier laine 14 violet clair, un matin d'hiver. It definitely sounds so good in my head, even though my French accent isn't perfect. However, I think any translation of it would never stand up to the original version, especially when it has to rhyme and kind of fit into that style like this. So maybe that's why this book didn't do so great. Maybe that's why people didn't like it that much. I think what I got to do is just read a good part of this. Read as far as I feel like it. Romance isn't my genre of choice. Maybe this will offer me up something, whether it be in the English version or the French version. So I guess I'll come back to you guys in a few days. Time for a brief summary of the facts. It's about to go back about 10 years in the past, back to when it all began. End of chapter 1. It's hard to say if I like this book yet, but it is interesting, especially the structure. Knowing that it does have a French version, I can kind of make that connection and see how it might have originally been in French. I can imagine which words were used and which words were rhymed originally, but I think there's definitely some escape from that in the transition. Once again, I'm not really into romance novels, although the structure, I guess, is maybe keeping me a little interested. He watched with wonder Tatiana descended the stairs in the gust of the architectural blunder. So that's one line that stood out to me as both interesting word-wise and also how it, kind of got formatted on the page as like walking down a staircase. Now, in the rest of the book, maybe at least in the English version, doesn't exist like this, and I kind of wish I did have the French version, like maybe specifically in paperback or hardback like this, because definitely an ebook would ruin this formatting, or did it? I'd have to check that again, but I'm too lazy. Overall, this is not a huge novel, especially with the formatting, as I said, so it might not take as long as the other book to complete. Then again, school is starting up this week, and I won't have that much time for reading, but hopefully I will maybe delve into this sometime and see if, a romance story is going to hold my attention. But until then, there's plenty of real-life stories about me that I can tell you guys. So if you want to see more about me, about reading, about writing, about education technology, the next vlog is going to be specifically about that as we get back into the school year. Hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up on this video, and ring that bell icon so you can see when I have new videos up. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.